What is going on, guys? Welcome to another Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare video, and today is episode 5 of my top 5 characters, and we're going to be taking a look at the Scientist today. Now this is one of my favourite classes in the entire game, but I just want to point out that this top 5 is my personal opinion, and the way that I play in the Scientist is probably made this list completely different to what yours will be, just because this is the way I like to play. And also, I just want to say that a big thank you to the last few top 5 videos that I have been doing. They've got over 100 likes in less than 24 hours, so if we could do the same on this one, that would be absolutely amazing. If you do like these videos, please just pause the video and give it a thumbs up and then resume playing. That would mean a lot, so much to me, so if you could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. And also just remember, the links are in the description for the rest of these top 5 characters if you haven't already seen them. But anyway, let us jump straight into the video. At number 5 we have Dr. Chester. Now this character used to be awful, but they give him a buff in Legends of the Lawn DLC. So you know how bad Chomp Thing is for the Chompers right now? That is what Dr. Chester was like for the Scientist. He was absolutely awful, but since the Legends of the Lawn DLC, they give him 2 extra bullets before he needs to reload, and also increase the damage by 5 from 25 to 30, which is a massive increase, and that is why he has the number 5 spot. Now the reason he is only at number 5 and not higher up is, one, the way that Dr. Chester plays. He has to be very close quartered, and I feel like other characters are better in that position, but you do have to remember, which gives Dr. Chester an advantage, is all you need to simply do is hold RT or R2 or whatever it is on the PC, and it will automatically keep firing. You don't need to keep tapping the trigger to fire, it will automatically do it, which I think is a nice little feature, just like the Astronaut is as well. But there is your number 5 spot, Dr. Chester. At number 4 we have the Paleontologist, and I'm sure a lot of you thinking, what? Paleontologist? Because I've heard a lot of people saying this character is overpowered and needs a nerf, but in my personal opinion, because remember this is all my opinion, the Paleontologist is good at a medium to long range. Of course, he's a Scientist, he's good up close, but the damage is quite good at a distance. But when I'm a Scientist, I like to get right up in the faces, I like to be at point blank range, right in the plant's face to do damage, and like I said, there are a lot more characters that are a lot better at this. Now the reason he is at number 4 is he does have the burning effect because he is the fire variant for the Scientist, so yes, that fire damage will give a damage over a period of time, and if you are at a medium range on your on like gardens and graveyards and you are just firing onto the garden, you can damage plants and of course set them on fire, which could potentially burn them. But my personal opinion is he is not the most favourite character that I like to use as the Scientist. But anyway, there is your number 4 spot, the Paleontologist. At number 3 we have the Marine Biologist. Now this did get a nerf in the Legends of the Lawn DLC. I believe the fire rate was reduced, and I'm not entirely sure if the damage was or not, but the Marine Biologist up at close range is a serious bad boy. If you get a critical hit, you can destroy a sunflower in 2 hits, I still believe, which is absolutely insane. Now yes, this would have been a number 1, but since the nerf in the rate of fire, I feel like he's not as good as what he used to be, and there are other characters that are much better suited for my playing style. Hopefully you understand why he's at number 3, and I'm sure the Marine Biologist, even after the nerf, will still be in your top 5. If you do want to give your top 5 down below, leave them in the comment section. But anyway, there is your number 3 spot, the Marine Biologist. At number 2 we have the Chemist. Now the Chemist used to be the most overpowered character in the game, but then was nerfed in the Legends of the Lawn DLC, I believe, or it may have been before that, I'm not exactly sure. But the Chemist is my favourite character, being face, front, in front of the plants, and is definitely a go-to character if that is your playing style. Now the reason he is much higher than Dr. Chester, which does a similar role in the Scientist, is because they only have a short range but do a lot more damage. Is Dr. Chester fires a lot faster and the Chemist fires slower, but the Chemist does a lot more damage, but you also have a 180-degree angle, I believe, that the Chemist can fire in. So if you are facing forward, anyone that is in 180 degrees in front of you will be damaged by the Chemist, so it can affect a lot more plants in a certain area if they are clustered together, which I like to do and personally come across quite a lot because I play gardens and graveyards, and you get a lot of plants in the garden, so the Chemist is an ideal character to use. So that is why the Chemist is at number 2. The number 1 spot can be quite good in that area, but he's also better in other situations as well, so that is why the Chemist is at only number 2. But there is your number 2 spot, the Chemist. And at number 1 we have the Astronaut. Now remember, this is my personal opinion, and the Astronaut, funny enough, got a buff. In the Legends of the Lawn DLC they increased his damage slightly, and the reason they said for that was because the Astronaut doesn't have splash damage, whereas most of the other characters do. But I honestly thought the Astronaut didn't need a buff anyway. His rate of fire was quite fast. He was an automatic one, similar to Dr. Chester, where you simply hold the trigger down and he will constantly fire. And the damage is good at a long range, it is good at a medium range, and is good at a short range. Just think how fast he fires, and if you are at close range you can do like 22 damage in a critical hit, which is a really good amount of damage, especially with his rate of fire. Now the reason he is at number 1 is his damage is good at any range, and also he can be used at any range. The Chemist can only be useful at a close range, whereas the Astronaut could be used at a medium range. For example, if you are playing as the Chemist and this plant, like a sunflower, is just slightly out of the Chemist's range, then that sunflower is going to destroy the Chemist. Whereas the Astronaut, you will be able to take that sunflower out no matter what range you are at, as long as you are good on target. So the Astronaut is my go-to character if I'm playing as the zombies and I'm playing more of a strategic role, as in not going right in front of them but keeping a little bit of a distance. But the Chemist is definitely the one that I would use if I'm going to straight up capture the garden. Astronaut is more support around the outsides of the garden, but definitely both of these characters are very good to use, and I would suggest using any single scientist in this top 5, apart from Dr. Chester, because you need to be really upfront. But like I said, he is definitely good if you can get into that range. Hopefully you did enjoy this top 5 video. I just want to say again a big thank you. The last videos that I have put up, the last 2 top 5 videos, I got over 100 likes in the first 24 hours, which is absolutely insane. Currently right now, both of them videos have about 257 likes, which is insane. So if we could get over 100 likes on this video in the first 24 hours as well, that would be absolutely amazing. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Check out the links below to see the other top 5 videos if you haven't already. But anyway, my name is 0xFusions, and I'll catch you guys next time.